Hi, writers! It's Mrs. Sprague. I hope you're all doing well. I'm coming to you because I thought I could talk to you a little bit about the journals that you've been putting together and how important they are because I know that life feels really different right now. I'm spending a lot more time at home. I don't get to go to school and see all my friends and see all your teachers. And I'm spending a lot of time in my pajamas and I'm trying to teach on the computer. So I bet you're feeling like things are different too. You're not used to seeing your class on a computer screen, and you're probably not used to being at home this much either. So it can be really hard, but it also can be really fun. So I'm coming to you to talk to you a little bit about the journals that you've been putting together and tell you some ideas that I could have to share with you about things that you could write in your journal, because I think you're probably going to want to remember many years from now when you're all grown up, thinking back and asking yourself, what was life like when school was closed for so long? And other people might want to read your journal too. So I thought that the journal would be a great way to keep track of what happened when you stayed home. So I have a journal. Let me show you mine. I've been keeping my journal at home, and I've been keeping track of all the things that we've been doing and all the things that I've been learning over the past few weeks so that I can remember and other people can remember what this special time was like. So I've been working in my journal, and I went back to my journal and I looked at my journal and I was thinking, how could I come up with a list of things that I've been doing in my journal that I could share with you? So the first thing when you're journaling is you want to think of an idea that you want to write about. And it might be something that you've done or something that has happened to you during this time. And so one way that you can find ideas is to go on a walk around your house and look around your house at all the time that you've been spending in your home, or maybe you've been spending time outside your home as well, and think about all the things that you've been doing. So I'm going to try that right now so that I can generate some ideas for my writing. Come on a walk with me and see what I find. Hi, writers. I'm back with you. So I went around my house and you came with me, and I brought my notebook with me. So I started jotting down some ideas that I could write about in my journal. So the first thing that I thought would be great to write about is definitely details of my day. Um, Sometimes the days feel long, sometimes they feel short, but there's a lot of things that happen in my house during the day. I have two little boys at home, so we're learning at home all cool things together and fun things, and they keep me really busy. And then I'm also working from home too. So there's certainly lots of things that happen during the day, and I could record those in my journal. The other thing that I was thinking about is I'm learning how to do many things. So I could also teach someone how to do something in my journal. So I could write a how-to for someone. For example, the other morning, I showed my 6-year-old how to make French toast. I could write that recipe down in my journal. I'm also learning a lot. So something that you could put in your journal is new learning. So things that you have been learning at home, maybe there's something that you didn't know how to do before and now you know how to do it. So you want to share that with someone, and you could share it in your journal. Something else that I'm doing a lot of is I'm watching a lot of movies, and we're watching a lot of TV shows together, which is great. So I could write a review of some of the movies that we've seen. One movie that we watched recently was Onward, and that's a new movie. So I could give a review of that movie in my journal. I could also, in my journal, talk about feelings. I'm having a lot of feelings. Sometimes I'm really happy, sometimes I'm really sad, and I could be happy and sad in the same day. So I could write about my feelings in my journal. Another thing that I could do is write letters. I don't get to see as many people as I used to. So I could write to them and I could mail it, or I could take a picture of it and text it to them. Another thing that you could do that might be really cool is if you're keeping this journal, you could write a letter to your future self. As I was going through my stuff, I actually found some of my old journals when I was a kid, and it's really fun to read when you're grown up. So maybe you could write a letter to yourself in the future. Another thing that I love to do, and I'm doing a lot of this lately, is making lists. I'm making lists of things that I need to do, lists of things that my kids need to do, lists of things that I might need to buy at the grocery store. You can make top 10 lists of your favorite video games or top 10 favorite books. Lists are a great thing to add into your journal. Poetry. I love writing poetry as well. So the other day we were outside and we were writing poetry in chalk on the sidewalk. So then I wrote a poem in my journal about writing poetry in chalk on the sidewalk. So you could turn any experience that you have into a poem and you could write about that in your journal. And then finally, writing in your journal doesn't always have to be just writing. You could add some sketches or pictures or something that could enhance your writing or add to it. So I like to add pictures into my writing because sometimes I like to add speech bubbles, or I can add some thought shots into there and really make my characters or my people that I'm talking about in my story come alive. So those are some things that I was thinking about writing in my journal, or things that I have written in my journal, and I wanted to share those with you. So I hope that maybe after you see this list and you go on your walk around your house, you'd be able to find something that you would write about today.